But in order not to sound biased, we're going to let professionals explain why we think this way. And up first is the man, Mugowski.
It's pronounced Mikowski.
Whatevs, thank you for joining with us today.
Well, I had nothing better to do. So, homework is something that no one likes, but it is one of those key components that will aid the student to succeeding in school. Some recent studies have proven that students who do their assigned homework and complete it did better than those who didn't. Studies that reported simple homework achievement correlations revealed evidence that a stronger correlation existed A, in grades 7 through 12 than in K through 6, and B, when students rather than parents reported time on homework. As Harris Cooper, Jorgani Shivi Robinson, and Erica A. Patel said in their article, "Does homework improve academic achievement?" Students in grades 7 and up had done best on the test when they did their homework compared to ones who didn't. Not to say that doing homework won't affect students in grades K through 6, but the difference between how well they did was a lot higher in grades 7 through 12 than K through 6. Studies show that there is definitely a connection between success and doing homework. But it's the amount of homework done that makes a student do better. Many scholars go by the 10-minute rule, which is basically that the homework given should be the student's grade level times 10. So a second grader should have 20 minutes of homework. Now, this has shown to be the best way to assign homework. It also helps students. Any further research or questions that you want to know about it can just be searched up on Google. And I guess that's all I gotta say about that. Well, alright then. Thank you for coming today.
That was dope, yo. Complete their homework besides doing better in school. We've been one of the few people who live in Wisconsin. Lukey, let's talk about that. How you doing today, Lukey? Actually, I come from Kentucky.
Yeah, that's great.
So extracurricular activities are fun and can be beneficial. When it comes down to it, extracurricular activities get in the way of academics by distracting students. And homework teaches students to manage their time wisely by making them choose the more important things, homework, or the less important things, sports. Most students in today's society have lower self-esteem. If those students complete their homework and they feel like they put in 100% effort, then they will feel more accomplished with what they do in life. Responsibility is something that a large chunk of students lack. Being the children they aren't expected to be super responsible until they get older. But even still, they lack the essential skill to maturing into adults that they will soon become. If students were to complete their homework and complete it correctly, they will learn that they have to be accountable for their actions. Of course, if they were to half-ass their homework and get almost everything wrong, their grades will start to drop. Once they see that they are to fail their class due to incomplete homework, they will still learn that they have to be responsible and they have to complete their homework if they want to pass school. All these statements can be backed up by articles by John Bishop, who's the author of award-winning book Goal Setting for Students on LessonPlansPage.com. These statements can also be supported by an article by Glenda Faye Pryor Johnson on MemphisParent.com. Glenda is a retired school counselor who had experience dealing with these sort of problems. Everyone out there listening can go to these websites if they feel like doing so.
Well, thank you for coming there, y'all.
Say now, we have another person to talk. Mr. Randolph?
Well, thank you for coming today. It's my pleasure. So, as a teacher myself, I find it troublesome to teach all the required subjects in one class day. And while I do push the plans to the next day to lessons a larger topic, I find it a lot easier to assign a page in the textbook that covers that same topic to my students as homework that's due the next day. I have found it beneficial to both me and my students. The textbook helps my students by sometimes covering things that I may have forgotten to teach in class, or I just didn't have enough time to teach it due to the time. And textbook assignments help me because I don't need to worry about time as much, and I can just cover the big things in class and let the smaller things be taught through the textbook. And during an interview I had with Mr. Rife, a history teacher at South Elm High School, he explained to me why he gives out homework as a means of teaching. I asked him how many times he gives out homework, and he replied daily. And after asking if he found it more effective than not giving out homework, he told me absolutely. In an AP class, you have to read outside of the class. There's no way you could read it off in class. He gives out homework daily, and he does so because there's no way that the student can learn everything that they need to know in class. And while yes, he does teach APU's history, which is known as a college level course, making it more advanced than the regular high school classes taken at that school, it still makes no difference because the reason would be the same no matter what class you're in. No matter what level or grade you are at, the reason stays the same. And I'll tell you, for me, a former student of his, there's no way you would have passed that class without reading the homework assignments. And so yeah, there you go. I guess that's all I gotta say. Everything else has been said, so yeah, that's it. Well, thanks for that, yo. Alright, now we got one more person here from the best state in the United States of America, Florida, to try to teach us and convince us, actually, why homework should not be in school. I'm Kenny from Sutcliffe University, and something I've experienced is that some students will not do their homework. It won't even affect their grade that much until it starts to pile up. It's not fair to the ones who actually do their homework. Well, yes, some students won't do it, and yes, it isn't fair. But a solution to that is just to make homework count for larger points, or give out consequences to once you don't do it. Like, what kind of consequences? Well, small things like maybe adding an extra question on a test, or not allowing them to get as many extra credit points. Fair enough. Well, what about pushing plans the next day and giving private teaching to ones who actually want it? Why take up an entire, evening just, when you can just easily push plans the next day? It's so simple. Well, sure you could, but that can put you behind schedule, and homework can keep you on schedule. It actually keeps you organized, and you're not behind at all. Well, yeah. What are the teachers? Teachers don't like to grade it, and students don't like to do it. It's just not fun. Well, yes, but people don't like to do a lot of things, but they still need to do them so they can, survive. For example, taxes. Well, homework deprives students of communication/cooperation/team activities that are needed for their developments.
You know just as well as I do that students have plenty of time to do those things before school, during break, lunch, and the weekend to do those activities. Plus, school is way more important than leisurely activities. You can do those on your own time.
Oh! This student got owned.
Look like it's back at Sutcliffe University for you, Kenny.
Well, whatever. I'm better than he's a turd anyways. So there you go, dudes.
Now you know what homework still need for school.
And but before we go, we're just gonna set off everyone off, alright? First, Mikowski, thank you for coming today. This was a waste of my time. I did nothing today. You guys can go to hell. Well, okay then, jackass. Alright, Lukey, see you later.
Thank you for having me. Oh, and I hope you don't mind. I took 100 cookies.
I'm sorry, you took 100 cookies?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, Randolph, I guess see you later. Alright, well, thank you very much. One question, yeah? Did you ever notice how your name is a lot similar to Gandalf? Who's that? You got 5 seconds to get your ass out of here before I beat it up. Now, in conclusion, homework is needed for students because of the academic benefits it gives. It helps them mature into adults, and it is used to give extra practice/teaching to the students.
And to all you dope listeners out there, the 1 or 2 people that actually do listen, hope you stay as radical and fresh as school is.
So, not radical or fresh at all?
Well, just stay cool.
Well, it's winter. It's, impossible to stay warm.
Just shut up.
Hasta la vista, baby.